Watch and burn.
So tonight I wanted to discuss Amanda Palmer's most recent full-length solo venture, and that is There Will Be No Intermission. And this, in a lot of ways, this is exactly what I wanted from Amanda Palmer for a very long time. I felt that I got this somewhat too with Piano is Evil, which was a series of covers of her songs that she had done with the Grand Theft Orchestra for her other album, Theater is Evil. And so in that sense, I had the record that I wanted from Amanda Palmer, which is essentially just her with a piano. But at the same time, I didn't love Piano is Evil because it was, of course, covering a bunch of the tracks from Theater is Evil, and I didn't love that record. Now, with There Will Be No Intermission, this is an entirely new record of entirely new work from her, and there is a daunting amount of songs contained on this release. However, that in and of itself is somewhat deceptive because whereas I believe there's roughly 30 tracks on here, I think, half of them are more along the lines of like interludes, and they're all roughly 30 seconds to a minute long. And then the additional tracks, the other 15 or so tracks, they're a lot of fun. This record, this is her first solo record that she's released since Who Killed Amanda Palmer, which coincidentally was her first solo album, that I find really sort of builds off what that record was attempting to do way back then. Since Who Killed Amanda Palmer, I felt that she spread out somewhat. Like, she went a number of different directions, working with a number of different people, especially working with the ukulele, which I absolutely hated. But she had tried so many new things that I felt like that sound that she was sort of developing with Who Killed Amanda Palmer, it never really got to go where I felt like it should have went. And that's exactly what's happening here now with There Will Be No Intermission. This, in a lot of ways, it's stripped down more. It isn't quite as large. It's like not as big as Who Killed Amanda Palmer. This is essentially just her with a piano. But with tracks like Drowning in the Sound and especially A Mother's Confession, I absolutely love A Mother's Confession. It's a 10-minute track where she's talking about the perils and pitfalls of parenthood, and it's like one of the catchiest songs she's ever written. And that's another thing that I do love about Amanda Palmer, is she always manages to pull off 6+ minute songs without them feeling labored and awkward. And A Mother's Confession is a shining example of that. That track is pushing 11 minutes long, and I just don't feel it, no matter how many times I listen to it. So between, like I said, Drowning in the Sound, A Mother's Confession, and my other favorite track was Judy Blume, this record, it feels like the next day following the release of Who Killed Amanda Palmer. This is, again, like I said, it's just more stripped down. It's a little quieter at times, but it's just as dark and just as foreboding as the material and the lyrical content on Who Killed Amanda Palmer. So it's like the two sort of bookend everything, even though I wouldn't necessarily refer to them being strictly as bookends because there's no way this is going to be the last thing that she releases. But I do like how they feel related in some way, even though this isn't quite as heavy a record like Who Killed Amanda Palmer was. This is still an absolutely stellar effort from her. I love the artwork, I love the attitude, I love the feel, I love the lyrics, I love the sense of direction, I love, this record has a lot of integrity and a lot of character, and I love that about this album. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes, well, actually 4.5 minutes, while I discussed Amanda Palmer's newest full-length solo album, and that is There Will Be No Intermission. If you liked this review or you like this record, don't forget to do something nice for somebody, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.